Hello students, in last three sessions we were studying about packing of particles in three-dimensional space of a crystal lattice or a crystalline solid. When I began with this concept, I explained you the concept of coordination number. In this concept I told you all that higher the coordination number, more closely packed will be the arrangement, higher will be the interparticle forces of attraction, a stable crystalline solid will be formed. So, if higher is the coordination number, that would be a preferable arrangement in order to get a stable crystalline structure. Similarly, when I explained you two-dimensional packing, that is AB-AB type and ABC and AA-AA type, then we saw that in AB-AB type of two-dimensional packing, the area of the empty space is very less, so it is more closely packed structure. So whether the packing done is an effective or not, that will be understood in terms of packing efficiency. So in this session, we will be studying about packing efficiency. First, let us understand what do you mean by packing efficiency. Packing efficiency is nothing but the fraction or the percentage of the total space that is occupied by the spheres or the particles. Every crystalline solid will have certain volume or space. How much space is occupied by the spheres, that is packing efficiency. More the volume is occupied, higher will be the packing efficiency. This is the meaning of the term packing efficiency. But if I want to calculate packing efficiency, then what formula do I use? The formula used is volume occupied by the particles in the unit cell divided by total volume of the unit cell. Now, this formula gives us the fraction. It doesn't give us the percentage. So if the same formula I multiply by 100, I will get the percentage. Like coordination number, the magnitude of packing efficiency is a measure of how tightly particles are packed together. Means, as we said, higher the coordination number, more closely packed is the structure. In the similar manner, higher the magnitude of packing efficiency, more closely packed is the structure. More closely packed the structure, more is the stability of that particular solid. So for a stable crystalline solid, the magnitude of packing efficiency will be always higher. Let us see how to find out or what is the packing efficiency of the metal crystal in simple cubic lattice. In the last session, we have seen that in three dimension, lattice, crystal lattice has three type of structure. Simple cubic, that is AAAA type of three-dimensional arrangement. HCP, that is ABAB type of two-dimensional arrangement. And CCP, it is ABC type of three-dimensional arrangement. Now we are taking a simple cubic lattice, means whose unit cell is a simple cube. And let us see what is the packing efficiency. The first step, I will find out the radius of the sphere. We know that in simple cubic unit cell, where are the particles present? Particles are present only at the corners. You take any two particles and observe them carefully. It is observed that the two spheres, that is the particles at the corners, will touch each other along the edge. See how it looks like. Okay, this is one face of a simple cube which is shown by the pink square. At the corner of the square, you will have center of the sphere. See these two spheres. They touch each other along the edge length. Let small a be the edge length and the part of the sphere which lies on this edge length will be nothing but the radius of the sphere. So radius of one sphere and radius of the second sphere lie on the edge length of the simple cube. So from the above figure, it is very clear that edge length A is nothing but r plus r, that is 2r. Or rearranging the terms I get, r is equal to a by 2, where r is the radius of the sphere and a is the edge length. So in the first step, what have I done? I have found out the radius of the sphere, which is edge length by 2 in case of simple cubic lattice. Now in the second step, I will find out volume of the sphere. We all know that volume of the sphere is 4/3 pi r cube. It is difficult to find out the radius of the sphere, or it is too small. So it is convenient to express all the quantities in terms of edge length. So what I will do is, instead of r, I will substitute a by 2. So substituting for r, what do we get? Volume of the sphere means volume of one particle will be 4/3 pi remains as it is, r cube means a cube upon 2 cube. So here we get a cube upon 8. This 4 and 8 will get cancelled, and finally I will get pi by 6 a cube. This is volume of a sphere or volume of one particle. In the third step, I will find out total volume of the spheres. We know that in simple cubic unit cell, there is only one particle per unit cell. So the volume occupied by the particles in the unit cell will be nothing but pi by 6 a cube. And now we find out the packing efficiency. What is the volume occupied by the particles in the unit cell? See, we have found out in the third step, pi by 6 a cube upon total volume of the unit cell. Unit cell is a cube. Volume of the cube is side cube. Your side means edge length. So side cube means edge length cube, that is a cube. I am finding out the percentage. So this formula I am multiplying it by 100. In the first slide, we saw the formula was for packing fraction. So packing efficiency will be, after simplifying this, pi into 100 by 6. So I substitute for pi. It is 3.14 into 100 by 6. So it comes out to be 52.36%. So in simple cubic structure, 52.36% of the volume is occupied, whereas the remaining will be the empty space or the void space, which will be 100 minus 52.36, that is 47.64%. So 52.36% is the packing efficiency in case of simple cubic unit cell. Now let us see what is the packing efficiency of BCC type of unit cell, that is body centered unit cell. As we have done for simple cube, in the first step we will find out the radius of the sphere. We all know that in BCC unit cell, where are the particles, where are the spheres? They are at the corners. At 8 corners you have 8 particles, and in addition to this you will have one particle or sphere at the center of the cube. Now the particle which is present at the center of the cube, it is in contact with 2 corner particles but along the diagonal of the cube. What do you mean by this? Let us see it with the figure. See the particle whose center is A is the corner particle. See the particle whose center is F. It is also a corner particle. See the particle whose center is C. That is the body centered particle. Now if I want to find out the radius of the sphere, I have to use Pythagoras theorem. Consider triangle FED. Where is the triangle? This triangle is on the bottom face of the cube. In this, FED is the angle between the two edge length. It is a cube, so it will be 90 degree. So triangle FED is a right angle triangle. So according to Pythagoras theorem, FD square is FE square plus ED square. FE, ED, they are the edge length. So the values is A. Substituting, FD square is equal to A square plus A square. So it is equal to twice A square. Now let us consider triangle AFD. Triangle AFD. Angle AFD is 90 degree. So triangle AFD is a right angle triangle. Applying Pythagoras theorem, AF square is equal to AD square plus FD square. What is AD? AD is the edge length. So its value is A. What is the value of FD square? Here we have found out. FD square is 2A square. So in place of AD square, I'll substitute A square. In place of FD square, I'll substitute 2A square. So I will get AF square is equal to 3A square. So AF will be root 3A. If you see this AF, see the particle width, center A. Its radius lies on this body diagonal. See the particle with center C. Its total diameter lies, and particle with center F, its radius lies. So R plus R plus R plus R. So AF is found to be 4R, equating 4R is equal to root 3A. So R is equal to root 3 by 4A. So this is the radius of the sphere in body centered cubic unit cell. Now see the second step. Volume of one sphere. We have a standard formula. It is 4/3 pi r cube. I don't want in terms of radius. I want it in terms of edge length. So I'll substitute for R. What will I get? Volume of sphere, that is volume of one particle, will be 4/3 pi. Instead of R cube, you will have 3 root 3 upon 64 A cube. Simplifying, I get volume of one sphere, that is volume of one particle, is root 3 by 16 pi A cube. Now, total volume of particles. We are taking BCC unit cell. So total particles are 2. We know the volume of one particle. So volume of two particles will be 2 into volume of the sphere. So it will be 2 into root 3 pi by 16 A cube. So volume occupied by the particles will be 2 and this 16 will get cancelled. It will be root 3 pi by 8 A cube. Now packing efficiency. Packing efficiency is volume occupied by the particles in the unit cell upon total volume of the unit cell. So it will be root 3 pi by 8 A cube upon A cube into 100. Here I have multiplied by 100. So packing efficiency will be in terms of percentage. So packing efficiency after simplification, you get 68%. So if packing efficiency is 68%, total space occupied by the particles will be 68% and the empty space will be 32%. So as compared to simple cubic unit cell, packing efficiency in BCC is higher. So BCC is more efficient packing than simple cubic.
Thank you. Please like, comment and subscribe for the further videos.